Also, between now and the new league year, which is when Ian mentioned was a big inflection point for a trade, the longer this goes, the more the market for Watson dries up. Now you can sit here and go, well, Rich, what are you talking about? How can the market for Deshaun Watson dry up at all? Well, if I'm in the market for a quarterback, if I'm somebody that wants a quarterback and needs one and needs to shop for one or acquire one, and there's a glut of them in there, and there's a ton of teams that need them in there, and somebody's going to want to beat someone to the Stafford punch. That's a fact.
Yep.
And if the Jets are the team that Deshaun wants to go to, let's just throw that out there.
Okay.
The Jets are the team Deshaun wants to go to. And the Jets say, okay, can we make this trade for Deshaun? No, we're going to try and work it out with Deshaun. We're going to try and blah, 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 whatever. I'm offering you these 3 ones. If you think you can get a better deal for this at some point after Deshaun holds out, whatever, and you're going to go through all this, I gotta go get on Stafford.
Yeah.
I got this deal for Stafford. I got this deal for Ryan. I got this deal for name it.
Jimmy G.
I got a deal for Jimmy G. I got to take it. I want your guy, and I know your guy doesn't want to be there, but this is it. Yeah. I got to go. Boom. Jets are now removed off the market. That's what I'm saying. Now's the time to strike. Boy, do they have to really get Deshaun in the fold fast. I know, we got time, and I appreciate Ian saying that we have a show of note here that he was a guest on. Then if we're going to be up for talking about Deshaun Watson every day all the way through to March 17th, new league year, well, we're in luck, and this is our lucky day.
I love it.
But, man, you'd have to say that if you want to strike this deal, I got staff. I got to call, I got the Lions on the other line here, man.
Falcons on the line.
I got the Falcons on the line here, man.
I got the Niners on the line.
Yeah.
Texans are in a great position to regroup.
I don't know about. Well, they're in a great position to regroup and go for it with Deshaun Watson.
They need draft picks. They need draft picks. They need capital.
And they can hopefully do it behind the scenes where it doesn't splash any more mud on their organization and Cully. Nicholas in Maryland, you're here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's up, Nicholas?
Hey, what's up, Rich? I have a question regarding, obviously, Deshaun Watson. And so I'm a Bears fan.
Yes, sir.
And my birthday's on Monday. So
okay.
We have never had a quarterback in my 19 years. So I was wondering, why are the Bears not being more involved in the media when it comes to getting Deshaun Watson, or even just somebody like you were talking about, a different quarterback like Stafford?
Well, first of all, 2 things. Both of these quarterbacks need to be traded for. I would think the Lions will never trade Stafford in division, ever. So that's a problem. If you want Stafford, you're going to have to hope for the Favre route, which is that some team like in the other conference has him for a year and then flips him your direction. That's how Favre wound up back in the NFC North. Yep. So I think Stafford will – that ain't happening. The Lions will figure out a way to get Stafford somewhere else that they don't have to see him twice a year, I would suppose.
Stafford's not really the one that I was going
No, I know Watson's a guy too, but just the fact that Ryan Pace isn't talking about him in the media or Nagy's talking about him in the media or whatever doesn't mean that they're not working their tails off to go get him. The Jets aren't talking about Watson in the media. It's just that you're hearing some media news and information, men and women saying they're hearing Watson likes the Jets.
Yep.
So I would not say. Look, I just don't know if Watson wants to go to Chicago. I don't know if the situation interests him. I have no earthly idea what he would like to actually do. You hear he loves the Jets, he loves Sal, and then you're hearing it's not a big deal. You hear he loves the Dolphins, and you're hearing it's not a big deal. But definitely he's got an eye. He definitely knows where he wants to go right now. That is a fact. I don't think he's just saying, trade me anywhere. I'm sure he's got a preference list somewhere, and maybe somebody is talking about it, and thank you for the call. I think the Bears' issue is can anybody match what the Jets can offer? Can anybody match
Doubt it.
Second overall selection in the draft, a first in the next 2 years after that too? 3 1s, and if something, there's more to it too. Darnold as well. You like Darnold? We'll throw him in. I know the Jets probably deep down would love to separate the 2 deals. I bet you they'd love to flip Darnold for more draft capital that would replenish whatever they give up for Watson. And the number one media market in the world, where you come here and Victor Cruz is still salsing. And he wasn't even the top receiver on the Giants. Bart Scott's got a national radio show because he was a great Raven. No, because he said "can't wait" as a Jet.
Can't wait.
I'm serious. That's what put Bart Scott on the map. That's what New York does for you. Strahan he'd be a Hall of Famer wherever he wants to go, right? Wherever Strahan wound up, in my heart of hearts, I believe he's a Hall of Famer. Is he the Dick Clark of his generation if he played even in Chicago?
Probably.
Well, yeah, he's got an outstanding management team, which I can personally tell you about. But truly,
Indianapolis Colt Michael Strahan isn't.
You can't say that for sure, but I don't know if anybody can touch what the Jets could offer. I don't know if Deshaun wants to go there, or if the Texans are even interested in trading him within the conference. More on all of this with Chris Brockman's news update. Look at that picture of Rob Corddry when he was here. The great Rob Corddry, hour number 3 as well. Still here on our friends at Peacock, which, again, if you are just new to us, where have you been? We've been on Peacock since August. And we have special, just couple-minute segments just for our friends on Peacock, including this very one we have. And Philadelphia Eagles fans, man, we'll talk about all that, too, coming up in the next hour. Obviously, next week, all of this gets wiped off the map. That's why these teams did it today.
Oh, yeah.
I think the league also appreciates everybody. You just settle all your family business in the bye week?
Right, we're focusing on this.
All your family business gets settled in the bye week. Next week, it's
strictly
all about Super Bowl 55. And that is when I will, next week, I know I keep threatening this, Monday show where we've got a whole extravaganza all week long. That's how we always roll on our Super Bowl. I'll hit you with all the storylines for Super Bowl 55, unpacking them all. So we've got Nick Sirianni. We've got he's going to be part of your news update, right? Some of the sound bites.
Got some sound from him.
Okay. I honestly do not know what he sounds like at all. I've never heard him talk. And the Philadelphia Eagles, they were definitely probably 4x, 5x the number of members of the media than have ever probably been in front of him when the Indianapolis media talked to the offensive coordinator, when the OC was made available to the Colts media. Right? There might have been like 3 people talking to him. Philadelphia's a totally different kettle of fish, man.
Oh, you think?
How many Bears fans have called this week saying, well, what about the Bears and Watson?
Quite a few.
Don't forget, the Jets went Jamal Adams instead of taking Deshaun Watson. Bears traded up for Trubisky. Jets stayed put at 6, took Jamal Adams. And then the next year took Darnold. And then the next year traded up from 6 to 3 with the Colts to take Darnold. Traded a bunch of second rounders. And now, interestingly enough, the Jets can use the backstop of the first-round selection that they got from Seattle this year to buttress the trade that they can offer for Watson.
Buttress, that's a big word.
Buttress the trade, everybody.
Big word.
Never heard that
Come
before.
on.
I've heard it.
You've never heard the word buttress before?
No, I've heard it.
I haven't.
A projecting support of stone or brick against a wall.
Buttress.
Rob Corddry will buttress our third hour.
Ballin'!